What's good, R&R? Boy, back with another video, man. Today we're gonna be talking about understanding roles and why men protect and provide and why women nourish and clean. So, as a man, it's up to us to protect and to provide for our families. That's just how it has been since the caveman times, since the hunter-gatherer times when we had to go out, we had to hunt the food, and we had to bring it back to our families to provide. And it's already hardwired into us to provide for a family. But we get often sidetracked from this today because it's like we have the women providing now, which I have nothing against it, but it's just like providing is a man's natural role. So, you know, we're getting far away from what we used to be doing because now we have women taking on the provider roles, and power to women, for doing that because the provider role is an important role and it has a lot to do with working and being consistent and being disciplined. Like, you can't provide if you don't have discipline. You can't provide if you don't have consistency, because providing is a consistent thing. Like, you have to always show up for your family when they need you, or you also have to show up for yourself. Always show up for yourself. So it's like, you know, men protect and provide, though, because it's already hardwired into us. It's already like an automatic thing for us to protect and provide. So it shouldn't be like, I'm not gonna say it shouldn't be that hard, because a lot of us don't have our archetypes online. A lot of us don't have the hunter archetype online. And if you want to know how to unlock the hunter archetype, just email me or something and I'll talk to you about it. But a lot of us don't have the hunter archetype online. The hunter is the provider archetype, the archetype that can bring the food back to well, there's two different versions of the hunter. There's the hunter that, that looks at things as competition, and then there's the hunter, the mature hunter, that just everything he makes, he gives it to his family, and he's okay with that, and it's okay if you're not a mature hunter yet, because being a mature hunter is not an easy task. You have to really be dedicated to just making money and being okay with giving that all away to your family and to personal needs and things like that. Whereas a immature hunter or juvenile hunter might have the fancy car, the big TV, which is still a part of the hunter archetype, but it's not like, it's not a mature hunter. It's not the providing for family hunter. It's the need the big prize hunter. The you know what I'm saying? I need the big prize. I need the best iPhone, or I need the best whatever, Whereas the mature hunter is okay with what he has, and is not looking for the newest, latest. He would rather do that, give that to kids, or he would rather provide his kids with that. And he will stick with the old, or the outdated version of things to just survive and to allow his kids to have it. He doesn't spend much money on himself, because all of his money, what he makes, goes to the family. So I just want y'all to understand how that archetype is. Like, what he makes goes to family. That's being a mature hunter. And that ties into protecting and providing, because if you're a good hunter, then you can protect and provide. If you are a good hunter, If you have the hunter archetype online, then protecting and providing is easy because you don't look at it as a burden because you already have that archetype online. You're already in tune with yourself with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just so important to understand because we as men, we don't get in tune with ourselves sometimes, and society has blocked that from happening from, from us working these, long hours to us having to provide for family or us having to do other tasks not pertaining to ourselves, but maybe having to having to fight for family, having to protect family that we don't get in tune with ourselves, having to provide for family, having to talk to family, having to do things for family that we don't get in tune with ourselves. We don't get in tune with our natural abilities and our natural blueprints as men. And society has kind of stunted the growth, has kind of stunted us from growing into our natural archetypes because, we have women providing now. Men are kind of like on the back burner, just kind of getting by. When really we're the hunter, we're the providers. We make sure things are working. We make sure things are in order. We make sure things that are supposed to be done are done. You know what I'm saying? And that's just so important to understand in this world because we are the hunters. We are the caretakers. Not the caretakers, but we make sure things are getting taken care of, by all means, by any means necessary. So being a mature hunter, you have to work yourself up into that level. But even if you are the hunter that just wants the best car or the best TV or the biggest TV or the newest phone, you're still in a hunter archetype. You still have the archetype online. So all you have to do is keep working on yourself, keep building yourself, and then you'll eventually get to that mature hunter stage where everything you make, you can just give it all to family, or you can just give it all to your kids. You can give it all to your wife. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to spend so much on yourself as opposed to, you don't have to spend so much on yourself as opposed to spending everything on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Spending everything on what you want. And women nourish and clean, I feel like this is a role for women because, back then women cleaned the house, women did the laundry, you know what I'm saying, while the men went off to war or while the men went off to work. So I just feel like women should take on their natural roles, but women can't take on their natural roles as long as men are not taking on our natural roles. So a woman can't nourish and clean if we're not being the hunters that we're supposed to be, if we're not being the providers that we're supposed to be. That puts the women in a tight position. So now they have to go out and provide because we're not providing. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got for today, man. Just keep on focusing on yourself and focusing on that hunter archetype, and you should be good. It's been your boy, and I'm out.